difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
What is the ultimate message right now, you think?
Well, the ultimate message about the economy is that the consumer is doing well. Savings rates are good. People are seeing an increase in wages. And so when consumers feel confident that they spend.
Unbelievable. Here we go again today, telling us how great the economy is, wages. I get so sick of hearing how great wages are. Just go research it yourself. Go to the Department of Treasury where they track withholding tax. Adjusted for inflation, people aren't making any more than they were made 40 years ago. I mean, the lying is just incredible. It's incredible. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. You know, we're talking about the market. The market is really in trouble. And yet we're not hearing that from anybody. None of the bubbleheads, none of the jibber jabbers are talking about the market. They're still contending. Everything's great. Everything's terrific. The market's fantastic. People are making all kinds of money. Everything's all good.
What is the ultimate message right now, you think?
Well, the ultimate message about the economy is that the consumer is doing well. Savings rates.
Doing well. Savings up. Not true. Not true. They're not doing so well.
You have happy consumers. Their wages have been rising.
Consumers getting a little bit stronger in terms of wage gains.
The stock market's up, so I expect the consumer to continue to spend.
The consumer has never been better.
That's just amazing. It's not the case. It's not the case. Not at all. As a matter of fact, that's why this market is going to collapse. We see the signs every day. I mean, I hate to say this. I'd like to come on here and say, wow, the market's going to boom. It's going to go up 10,000 more points between now and the end of the year. I'd love to say that. But so many people are going to miss the opportunity when the market collapses. This market's going to go down at least 60%. But none of these jibber jabbers will tell you. They're lying to us every day how great the economy is, how much money you're making, that your wages are going up. Unbelievable. But this crash is going to be worse than the 1929 crash. The same warnings that flash before each market crash, it's triggering now. Remember, the 1929 crash, in 4 days, it dropped 70%, wiping out $30 billion in stock value. Not to mention savings and house value and everything else. All because the stock buybacks delayed the correction of and it made a stock market overvalued, extremely overvalued. So by being able to do stock buybacks, values inflate each year. They get worse and worse and worse. There's the problem. That's what happened in 1929. Remember what triggers a correction? When valuations of stocks, called PE ratios, get out of balance. It's normal to have a PE ratio of 16. The same thing's happening to us. We should have had a correction in 2014 because the stock buyback, just like in 1929, our correction was put off. So what happened? Valuations got extended. But that's okay for the 1 percentile and the 1/100th percentile who control 85% of the wealth gains of the stock market, over $13 trillion this year. They get that money put in their pocket. Main Street doesn't get it. Oh, and you in 401ks, you think you get it? At the end of the day, you're never going to get it because you'll never be out when the crash happens. So when these PE ratios get out of balance, where you normally have a 16 PE ratio, now it's 33. It means instead of a 16 years for the stock to be worth its price earnings, it's now going to take 33 years. So what's happening is demand, and you don't see it, is declining. We have a stock market that's going up with a terrible negative divergence. The stock market keeps going up, but at the same time, the only reason why it's going up is because of stock buybacks. Stock buybacks. You know, Bernie Sanders, as much of a nutcase he is, it's hard to argue with him when he went to Walmart and he's telling Walmart, look, we're going to put in a law, because now they control the House, that's going to stop you doing stock buybacks unless you raise wages for your people. It's hard to argue it. It's really hard. Trillions of dollars in stock buybacks? Stocks going through the roof? Guy on Main Street doesn't get any benefit to that. So here you got the PE ratios going to 33, a PE of 33. Now the other problem is you got the S&P. Here's another thing that triggers a correction that these jibber jabbers aren't going to tell you. When the S&P growth, that means our economy, the stock market's growth, the S&P, exceeds the growth of the economy by a large percentage, it corrects. You have a correction. You can't stop it. The only way these corrections have been stalled, now they haven't been stopped, they've been stalled because of this stock buybacks for 5 years. So this, as demand is going down, you don't see it. Less and less people are buying stocks. The institutions are buying less and less stock. You don't see it because of the stock buybacks that are coming in, pushing these stocks up. The other thing to start that starts a correction is margin debt. When people feel the stock market's never going to correct again, because all they hear every day is how everything is fantastic.
The economy is in terrific shape. The reality is we're clicking on all cylinders.
When you hear a dope like him say that every day, people say, well, why am I not in the stock market? I'm going to go borrow money. That's called margin debt. So when you have margin debt, people are borrowing more money, and that margin debt is going up much faster than the economy is growing, you get a correction. So let's think of the three of them. The signals since 2014 been flashing red, flashing red. The one thing about the stock market, it's a beautiful place because it will always give you a message from the market when the market is going to collapse. It is a myth the stock markets crash overnight. So let's think about this. So the valuations of stocks, or PE ratios, have doubled. They're over 100%. There's no way to stop a correction when that happens. When you got the stock market growing 140% more than our economy, you can't stop that. When you got margin debt at historic level, 150%, in other words, our margin debt to buy stocks, people out borrowing money to buy stocks, has increased 150% faster than the economy is growing. You can't stop it. But what you can do is delay it for a while, since 2014. And look when they did that in 1929. They did that when 1929 came and the market collapsed. It was the biggest bloodbath ever. And that's going to happen now. And by the way, they made them illegal in 1929 because they identified by using stock buybacks, it paused that crash, made things worse.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
If you're behind, and you know you're behind in your savings, you know you're behind from retirement, you haven't got enough retirement money, you're getting worried, and nobody helped you today. Did anybody help you today? Were you able to go to your mobile device today and say, what should I do with my stock? Did anybody do a video for you today? Did your planner, did your money manager, did the guy that's running your 401k, did he do a video for you today 3 times during the day, tell you exactly what to do with the stocks we're in? No. Now, when you join the gang, you can decide what you want to participate in. You can have the full schooling where you come to our class on a daily basis. That's done over the internet, of course. Or if you're a person that says, I just want you to make money for me because I don't have time to learn, and I have a program for that. And that's called my video stock program. So when the market goes up, you're going to make money. When the market goes down, you're going to make money.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Thousands of investors trust PhilsGang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I'm going to give you a phone number, 855-745-7445. That's 855-745-7445. You can participate in a radio show today. I'll take a look at one of your stocks. You don't have to be a gang member. I'll put it up on my MV2 chart and take a look at it for you. But what I'm trying to find out also is, are you really making a lot more money? I mean, when they tell you when Kudlow says things are fantastic and wages are just booming and people are making a lot more than they ever did, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you all are getting so rich you don't know what to do with your money. So correct me. I want to know if what Kudlow's saying and the rest of them saying that things are so fantastic that it's just things are booming. You think everything's just booming like they're saying? I don't see it. All the time. Here's the number, 855-745-7445. I just don't see it. Look, first of all, this stock market crash that is coming, it's not, you can't avoid it. Yes, they delayed it. And like in 1929, when they delayed it for 5 years, the valuations got worse, just like our valuations have gone from, on the S&P, from a PE of 16 to a PE of 33, which just simply means that's the value of the company. It's going to take 33 years, 33 instead of 16 years, okay, for the company to reach that the value of the stock. I mean, the price earnings. Isn't that crazy? So, and then, of course, we know that now that the S&P is growing 140, stocks are going up 140% more than the economy's growing. How the hell do stocks go up 140% more than the economy can grow? That's insane. This doesn't make any sense. And same thing with margin debt. We've got a historic amount of people borrowing money. And when you look and you see it, you're saying, wait a minute, what's going on? That our debt, borrowing money for stocks, is at a historic 150%, growing 150% faster than this market. So the bloodbath begins. Now, we have gotten these messages. The market will always send you messages. By the way, it is a myth. It is a myth that was created in October 24th, 1929, that market crashes happen in an hour. They happen overnight. You wake up in the morning. That is not true. On October 24th, 1929, when the market crashed, remember, they were getting messages in January. In January. This was October. The markets just don't collapse like that. They don't crash in 1 day or 1 hour overnight. The market sends you messages like the messages we've been getting for the last 5 years. Markets just don't correct. If the market is a free market, free from government interference, free from financial engineering, such as front-loading a stock or using QE or stock buy, if it's free from all that, then the market will adjust when it's supposed to. So you don't get a big crash. You can get a correction of 5%, 7%. That's not what's going on. I'll take my first caller. Art, how are you today, Art? Go ahead, Art.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Art.
Yeah, I'm looking at entry point for AbbVie. I think it's about ready, but I just wanted to
give me the symbol.
ABBV is in Victor.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at it for you. Okay, ABBV, let's take a look at it. Are you in it, or are you just looking to get into it?
I'm looking to get into it because it's been going sideways for a while.
Yeah, it's looking really good here, okay? It had relative strength when we had that 600-point crash. Remember that 600-point drop we had last Monday? It didn't drop. It had relative strength. On my MV2, it's just turned green, which means institutions are buying it. If you come in on Monday and it's above 92.51, you got to get above 92.51 because there's a little resistance up there. I would certainly buy it and then put my stop in about 2-3% below it.
All right. Yeah,
it's looking great. Looking great.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I just wanted to confirm with you, see if I'm reading.
Yeah, no
thing
problem. So let me have your opinion. So is everybody getting richer out there with wages? They still don't know what to do with your money?
Me personally?
Yeah, you personally.
I don't see me getting any richer, except maybe through your charts, maybe. But we'll see.
Oh, God, thank you. I appreciate
All right, Phil.
All right, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That's funny. Just through with the charts. Well, you will. This is another thing. Don't miss an opportunity. You're never going to get an opportunity again. In 1929, when we had a 70% crash, the same set of circumstances are setting up now as in 1929. In 1929, when the market crashed down 70%, everybody identified what happened, why it was so severe, exactly what I'm telling you, because they stalled the 100th of 1%, the very, very, very wealthy, the same group. Now, just different people, obviously, same people aren't alive. Back in 1929, were able to stall the crash by 5 years and get very, very, very wealthy during that 5 years and put everybody at such a disadvantage. So when the market finally crashed, they were out. And they made a fortune over those 5 years, and then the market went down 70%. But this is going to give you a great opportunity if all you got to know is when to get out and then short the stock. That's what I do. That's what my chart shows you. The chart turns red. Join my gang. So why miss an opportunity? It doesn't make sense. This is never going to happen again, because I am telling you, at the end of this crash, and all the three major indicators are happening right now. And when this crash happens and it begins, it's going to be so severe. Just the margin debt, because what happens when you have so many people borrowing money to be in the stock market with the idea they don't think the market will ever come down again, they will panic and they'll say, get me out at any price. And the acceleration of the market is so fast. But you have an opportunity. Don't lose that opportunity. Join my gang. 877-600-GANG. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. PhilsGang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. PhilsGang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
I will make sure that all the stocks that we are engaged in that are going up, we will get maximum returns, and we will be out of those stocks by watching our color-coded chart. You never again will have to worry about being out of an individual stock or an ETF or an index when the market crashes. You will be out before it does happen. All you got to do is join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. All I'm asking you to do is to reach back to the kids at St. Jude when you're making money.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Back about 2005, I found myself out of work. One of the things I was doing was KCA was playing Phil's Gang at noon, and he was predicting in 2005 a collapse of the housing market. Phil's Gang feller, he was on it, and nobody else was predicting what he predicted, but he was on the money. He was talking in 2005. He was talking about how people had the teaser rates with their mortgages and that the whole thing was going to collapse. And he knew what time it was. You got to respect that.
philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
I'm very happy about the state of the economy now, and I think part of that is that we have moved along. Our policy is part of the reason why the economy is in such a good place right now. We have 3.7% unemployment. The economy is growing at 3%. Inflation.
That's all we hear every day. We're in such a good place. How can you be in a good place when the government's net worth is a negative $20 trillion? How can you be in such a good place? Interest on our national debt in 2017 was $236 billion. We're going to be at $425 billion this year. The national debt is growing 30% faster than they can grow the economy. And he said they're in a good place. The national debt has grown 123% since 2008. That's from 9 trillion to 21 trillion. What are you, nuts? Household debt is rising 60% faster than anybody's wages. And as I said, you go back and check with the withholding tax, they'll show you and prove to you that wages are the same now as they were 40 years ago, adjusted for inflation. Also, every $1 the government takes in tax revenue, they spend $2. Matter of fact, more than that, $2.06. And they borrow 40% of all the money they spend. Yeah, you think that's a good place? If this was your household I was talking about, you'd be filing bankruptcy. The budget deficit, that spending is incredible. That's nuts. It's exceeding our tax income by 40%. How can you have a budget deficit where you're spending more than you're taking in by 40% and say you're in a good place? Consumers, they never had such debt. They're debt slaves. They have a historic revolving debt of $4 trillion between the credit cards, auto loans, student loans. They're nuts when they say that. But here's the thing. We are in a great position, so when the market does correct, and the market will correct, it's only been, again, it's been a pause because of the stock buybacks. So that the 1/100th of the 1%, these are the very, very wealthy. These are the people who make $28 million a year, who have an average net worth of $13 billion. The same thing that happened in 1929. They were able to put off the crash by doing stock buybacks. And that meant that everybody in the country was worse for it because everything was getting worse, but people didn't see it because, like in 1929, like they do today, they take parking space in your head, thinking you sit on the world's longest stupid bench, and they point to, oh, look at the stock market. Look how good you're doing. You know, it's interesting, Bernie Sanders, who's a communist, I mean, this guy's unbelievable. He goes to Walmart, and he says to Walmart, he puts down, he's passing a law, right, one he filed in September that's going to pass that would block stock buybacks. Now, how do you fight that? They've been doing stock buybacks, Walmart, as $1 trillion, over $1 trillion a year. Now, none of that benefit of those stock buybacks ever go to their employees. Matter of fact, the benefits doesn't even go to the company or their employees or to the economy. It goes to the CEO's pockets and the biggest shareholders. So he said, look, I'm going to stop this unless you raise your minimum wage to $15, which the feds haven't raised their minimum wage for 10 years. It's been stuck for 10 years at 7.25. Now, I'm not for raising minimum wage, but how do you argue that? How do you argue that? As much as I don't like Bernie Sanders' socialist policies, boy, that's a hard thing to argue. Matter of fact, in September, when he filed for the passage of this law, Amazon comes out, Bezos, and all of a sudden he goes and raises his wages to $15 an hour for his people because he wanted. Because how could he argue it? So he decided, I'll jump in front of it. I'll jump in front of it. So how could people be in a good place? How could people be in a good place? 70% of our people are working, are working from paycheck to paycheck. So the CEOs, their compensation, and this is what Bernie Sanders is saying, is they're going to cap it so that it's no more than 150 times the median pay for all the workers. It's now 333%. So they're going to cap it back to 150. This is bad, but it's hard to argue it, isn't it? It's hard to argue it because what they're doing is one 1/100th of 1%, and the 1 percentile, they've gotten so greedy, they kept the stock market going for 10 years on nothing but lies and fraud, and like Trump said, nothing but a big, fat, ugly bubble, doing all these stock buybacks, free money, no interest. This is all coming to an end. Now, the government, how can you argue it? Think about this. The government spends $5 trillion or $720 million a day or $32 million per hour on the Afghan and Iraqi war since 2001. That costs each American $24,000. Now, that equals an average down payment on a house or a car or 1 year of paying for your college education. Now, unfortunately, the average American, if you went out in the street and said, you know you paid $44,000 for the war? They said, no, I didn't. That didn't involve me. Don't get me involved. I'm not paying nothing. Well, what they don't realize is their food costs have gone through the roof. Of course you pay for it. They don't send you a bill. They should send a bill. They should send a bill out to everybody and say, you got to send us a check by $24,000 in the next 24 hours or we're going to put you in jail. You want to see people who revolt? That's why they don't do that. They should have started. The first president of this country, every time we spent more money than we took in, they should have sent out a bill to everybody and said, you got to pay your fair share so we never have these deficits. Can you imagine? If we didn't have a $21 trillion deficit, which is the aggregate of all the presidents who they spent more money than they took in, we would have, you imagine how fantastic things would be in this country? It'd be unbelievable. It's that $21 trillion that national debt, but then when you lay into it the budget deficit, spending $1 trillion more than you take in, I mean, it's killing us. So there's such a great opportunity for you if you just think about it for a moment. This will be the only time since 1929, it'll never happen again, where the stock market is going to collapse at least 60-70%, guaranteed. You can't stop it. Yes, it's been delayed, but it's going to happen. It always happens. Markets always collapse when you got the S&P growing more than 100% than the economy. When you got people borrowing money that's 153% more than the economy's growing. It has to correct. Now, remember, corrections used to always start very small. And as I say, it's a myth the stock markets just crash. That's crazy. It doesn't happen. They start, like I said to you on January 16th, I said, mark this down, January 16th, Phil Graney says the first day of the stock market crash for 2018 or the first quarter 2019. And then we're going to start our first correction, our first pullback or our first correction of this crash between now and February, about 5%. And I was right. It went down 11%, more than I even thought. And that's what happens. You get these small, and it takes probably about a year, sometimes a little more, before you get that capitulation. What do I mean by capitulation? Like that October 24th in 1987, when you went to lunch, you came back, the market was down 500 points. That's the capitulation. But that was coming. If you understood how to read the stock market, you knew a year in advance that was coming, and you would have put yourself in position. 877-600 gang, put yourself in position. Try it. $39.95 for heaven's sakes for 1 month. Just pay $39.95 for a month. Let me show you so you're in position, so when the market does crash, you're making money as it goes down for the first time in your life.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You know, we raise money every day for St. Jude, and we need your help. And I will reach out to you and help you learn how to invest in stocks. It's a whole new game out there. No more is there investing in stocks based on fundamentals. Those days are gone, totally gone. So look, join my gang, philsgang.com. I'll help you, and then you help St. Jude. Learn how to use a chart.
Sign up today. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Give me a stock that you bought that pays you a really strong dividend that's guaranteed for the future.
Blackstone is a wonderful example, Stuart, of a name that it continues to grow its dividend, and you see its stock price growing with it as they keep growing their earnings.
All right, yeah, I have nothing against earnings. I mean, dividends. I love dividends. But wait a minute. To me, a dividend's a plus. You don't buy a stock just for the dividend. When people do that, you're going to lose. You should buy the stock because it's a strong, good stock. Now, Blackstone, this stock, if you go back, and my gang members who owned Blackstone, they made a 10% return when this stock turned green, where the institution started to buy it around $35, went up 10%, and then we got a strong signal to sell it short. It turned red, said get out of the stock. This guy is in a stock that's going straight down. This guy is in a stock that's red, that is telling us the institutions are pulling the money out. So why would you be in that stock? Instead, he should have started shorting the stock when it was around $38, when it turned red. He'd be up about 10% instead of losing money. Look, I keep telling you, I'm not just saying this, and I know you don't believe me, the market's going to crash. I know you believe all. I mean, I can't compete with all these guys on Fox and CNBC and Bloomberg who come out every day and tell you everything's fantastic, economy's wonderful, everything's beautiful, the market's going to go up forever. But it's not true. History tells you it's not true. Why would we be so lucky to think that every stock market crash had the three elements I just pointed out to you today? The three elements that you've got the stock market, the PE ratios are too high. And when the PE ratios are exploding more than 100%, the market always corrects. You can't stop it. You can stall it, called financial engineering. So you got that component. You got the component where you have the stock market, the S&P, growing about 133% faster than the economy. You got the debt of people borrowing money that's growing much faster than the economy. About I forgot what the number was. I think it was 140%, something like that. So you take those three components. Every stock market, 2007, 1987, 2007, the dot-com crash, the housing crash. Every one of those markets crashed when those three things that I just explained to you happened. But again, in 2014, when this market was ready to crash, they started to beef up stock buybacks, the 1% or the 1/100th of percent population, which there's only about 13 million people that fit that, and they make $27 million a year in income, and their net worth is $12 billion. So. And here's the thing, it's really hard. You go back to the gold standard. We got to go back to the gold standard, because if you don't go back to the gold standard, the government loves to spend. Those congressmen love to spend. At least when the gold standard was in, we had a strong dollar, because you had to have a $1 gold for every dollar you printed. And that stopped all this crazy spending. We would have never been in Afghanistan. We would have never been in Iraq. Never. Not spending. We would have been there, but we'd have done it smart. We'd done just special ops. Matter of fact, they pretty much stopped the war with a group. They just had a movie about it with a group of special ops, and everybody was so upset because the Boeing and Lockheed Martin and all the people who make ammo and tanks and all that. They said, "Well, no, don't stop the war." I mean, the Taliban pretty much was surrendering to a group of about 20 special ops. And Bush said, no, we got to go in. And all of a sudden, like 6-7 weeks later, they went in, built bases and everything else, because you want to keep that money flowing, right? But gold would stop you. You can't do what you want. You can't, if you don't have the money, you just can't print it. If you don't have the gold, rather, you just can't print it. So think about it. The government spent, $5 trillion or $720 million a day, or $32 million per hour, on the Afghan war. Now, that would have never happened because we never had enough gold to print enough dollars to spend $32 million an hour on these wars to keep the military establishment going. You see what's going on here? We spent $61 billion just on reconstruction projects in Iraq alone. We're missing $8 billion. They don't know where it is. It disappeared. 78.2% of the $61 billion supposed to be for building schools and other projects. 65% of those projects never started, but we still spent the money. 25% of those projects, only 10% of the projects completed. Only 10%. Now, think about it. It's a stealing, but they couldn't do it before when you had to have a gold standard. We sent $20 million to develop a rapid regional response program in the south central region of Iraq. The money was used. $12 million of the $20 million we spent was used for what? An Iraqi general built a home in Las Vegas, here in the United States. He also bought a private jet. None of that money was ever used to build his rapid regional response program. This is crazy. But again, nobody cares. Because the people don't understand. The people don't think, well, they didn't get a bill in the mail from the government. It doesn't have anything to do with me. Well, really, next time you go to the shopping mall or get some food or pay for your health insurance and you can barely make the payment and it keeps going up, yes, that's how they bill you. But boy, it's sure hard to defend when you get... See, this is the problem. When they do stuff like this, and then the socialists come out, and they'd say, look, we want to raise minimum wage, which is the worst thing in the world to raise minimum wage. That's a terrible thing. There's other ways to create incentives for people to work. See, I think it's terrible to give somebody a minimum wage. Why should they have a minimum? Let them be aggressive. And the guy who's aggressive, he's going to make more than minimum. They're going to make him the manager of the store. By giving somebody minimum, you're taking incentive from him. I mean, it's dumb. All right, so what do? I can sit here all day and tell, and I'm sure a lot of you are sick of hearing me talking about how bad the economy is and things are going on. You probably get so depressed you can't stand it. But wait a minute, I'm trying to tell you the truth. Here you got Larry Kudlow, the biggest BSer in the world. Biggest BSer in the world. He's telling us how great tariffs were for the American people. What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Tariffs are great for the American people? Ford's laying people off, Larry. They're laying people off because the cost of it went up $1 billion for their materials, for steel, and so now they're laying people off. How's that good? Remember, we're supposed to, Larry, you promised everybody's going to get a $4,000 wage boost, a wage boost with the $1.5 trillion big tax cut? Nobody ever got the $4,000. And worse, 1 in 5 jobs in this country, Larry, has no family leaves or medical leaves or unemployment insurance or any kind of safety net. A lot of them are contract workers. That's terrible. Housing costs are still going up. Americans are now paying a third or more of their paychecks just to rent. Just to rent. Rents are going through the roof. Are you kidding? This is unbelievable. Look at the pharmacists. It was your idea, Larry, to let CVS merge with Aetna. Now, the 120 most popular, most used drugs by seniors, they have to use them, those costs went up 18.7%. Thank you, Larry. There's got to be a better way. I can't fix any of this, but here's what I can tell you. When the crash comes, why don't you be ready for an opportunity? The last time it came was in 1929. And when this crash hits, and we're going to get wiped out 60%, maybe more, and they're going to stop stock buybacks. Because everybody knows that the only reason the stock market didn't crash in 2014, just like 1929, because the 1 percentile, the 100th of 1 percentile, were able to keep getting that money printed because they're the ones that run the Federal Reserve, get that money free, and they kept buying stocks. But now the gig's up because interest rates are going up. So join my gang, 877-600-GANG, and please learn how to short a stock. You don't have to learn. I'll just tell you what stock, tell you what button to push. And when I tell you to run like hell, you run like hell. Waiting for your call.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000